Bonjour and welcome to this new exercise. Today we're going to work on the verbs être and avoir again. This time I'm going to give you 20 sentences. I will say each sentence twice, the first time slowly as usual, and the second time faster, the way I would say it to a friend, blending words together. Ready? C'est parti. Numéro 1. Vous êtes américaine? Vous êtes américaine? Number 2. J'ai 32 ans. J'ai 32 ans. Number 3. Tu as faim? T'as faim? Number 4. Il est content. Il est content. Number 5. Elle est triste. Elle est triste. Number 6. Ils sont déçus. Ils sont déçus. Number 7. Elle est enceinte. Elle est enceinte. Number 8. On est en retard. On est en retard. Number 9. Je suis à la bourre. Je suis à la bourre. Number 10. Vous avez un portable? Vous avez un portable? Number 11. Elle a 3 chiens. Elle a 3 chiens. Number 12. Vous avez un berger allemand? Vous avez un berger allemand? Number 13. Il a une belle montre. Il a une belle montre. Number 14. J'ai faim. J'ai faim. Number 15. Vous avez soif. Vous avez soif. Number 16. Tu as tort. T'as tort. Number 17. Il a raison. Il a raison. Number 18. Elle est jeune. Elle est jeune. Number 19. Tu as peur. T'as peur. Number 20. Vous êtes français. Vous êtes français. All right, let's go over the answers now. Number 1, I said, vous êtes américaine. If I say it a little faster, I'll say, vous êtes américaine. I'll make the first liaison, I will make the second liaison. You always make the liaison between subject and verb, but others are more optional when we speak fast, okay? We would not make them. We have to make about 30% of liaison, but 70% of them, the French will skip. Number 2, j'ai 32 ans. There was no particular contraction on that one. I'm 32 years old. I have 32 years. J'ai 32 ans. Number 3 was tu as faim. And of course, when the French speak fast, they will always say ta. They'll make a contraction, they'll drop the U and say ta instead of tu as. So don't expect the French to say tu as for you have. They will always say ta, most of the time at least. T'as faim. Remember, j'ai faim in slang, the French will always say, or they would love to say, j'ai la dalle. And we'll go over other expressions, equivalents that the French love to use as well. So, standard French, j'ai faim. Slang, they will often say, j'ai la dalle. All right? Something to expect. Number 4, I said, il est content. No specific contraction on that one. We will really say it like that. Il est content. He's happy. Talking about a woman or a girl, you would say, elle est contente. I'm adding an E at the end, so you have to pronounce the T. Elle est contente. A girl would say je suis contente or je suis contente. A boy or a man would say je suis content, je suis content, without saying the T. Number 5, I said elle est triste. Remember, about 10% of adjectives end with an E, and so the feminine doesn't change. It's already got an E. So you would say elle est triste. Even for a man or a boy, you would say il est triste. Number 6, I said, ils sont déçus or ils sont déçus. If I speak fast, the only thing that will happen is that I will drop the L from the il. I will say I. Ils sont déçus. Déçus meaning disappointed. Number 7, the big expression to learn is pregnant, which is enceinte. Enceinte. Elle est enceinte. If I said fast, I'm not going to do the liaison between the et en. I will say elle est enceinte. Elle est enceinte meaning she's pregnant. Number 8 was on est en retard. Again, if I say it slowly, I would say on est en retard. But number 1, I would really not make that liaison. On est en retard. And secondly, remember when you see an E without an accent in second position in a word, the second sound of a word, If it's an E without an accent, the French will skip it. So regarder for regarder, and en retard will be pronounced en retard. The French will pretty much never say en retard. En retard. On est en retard, okay? And remember that in colloquial French, the French love to say à la bourre. You will hear à la bourre a lot, at least 50% of the time for late. Je suis à la bourre. In other words, je suis à la bourre, if I say it at a normal pace for me as a native speaker. Je suis à la bourre, I'm late, or I'm running late. We don't really have a specific way of saying I'm running late. We just say I'm late. Je suis à la bourre for je suis en retard. Also keep in mind, I'm using on, and in all my exercises, I tend to use on pretty much all the time to get you used to the fact that nous is a very formal pronoun that the French almost never use when speaking. Please keep that in mind. The French will almost never use nous. It's used less than 5% of the time, and I would say less than 1% of the time in spoken French. Nous is super formal. You will find that in books, in newspaper articles, possibly on the news, official speeches, but in everyday conversations, people will use on every single time, and so keep in mind that on is a third-person singular pronoun. It will the verb will be conjugated like he or she. Okay, so we're eating, on mange. It's like one eats or one is eating. Okay. Ensuite, number 9 was je suis à la bourre. Again, the French will say je suis à la bourre for I'm late or I'm running late. Je suis à la bourre. Don't think that it's only working class people. You know, possibly my grandparents' generation will not use it, but otherwise my generation and younger will use it. Okay? Number 10. Vous avez un portable? Vous avez un portable? Do you have a cell phone? Nothing special about that one. Un portable is a cell phone. Please, if you see a method or a book that says it's un mobile or un cellulaire, disregard it. You know, I think when the first cell phones came out, we kind of hesitated between several words and we thought about un mobile, un cellulaire, and we ended up using un portable. Okay, un portable is the one that dominates probably 99% of the time. People would say un portable now. We almost never use un mobile or un cellulaire. If you see that in books, disregard it. Number 11 was elle a trois chiens. Again, no specific contraction on that one. Elle a will never change. Elle a trois chiens. She has 3 dogs. Elle a trois chiens. Number 12. Vous avez un berger allemand. Vous avez un berger allemand. No specific contraction. Un berger allemand is a German shepherd. It's interesting because word for word, un berger is a shepherd. Allemand is German. You'll notice that I don't pronounce the E in allemand. I skip it. So allemand, not allemand. Number 13, il a une belle montre. No specific contraction. Il a une belle montre. He has a beautiful watch. Number 14, j'ai faim. J'ai faim, which means I'm hungry. In French, we say I have hunger. All right. Remember, in slang, people will say j'ai la dalle. And so keep that in the back of your mind. Again, you don't have to use it right away, and it's slang, so you may not want to use slang. But if you want to be able to understand people, understand French movies, conversations, talk shows, you have to know that word. La dalle, j'ai la dalle, I'm starving to death. Number 15, vous avez soif. No specific contraction on that one. We're being polite, formal, talking to one person. Maybe in another context, it might be plural. Are you guys thirsty? Vous avez soif, we have to make the liaison between the subject and the verb, okay? There's a not liaison that we can skip. Number 16, I said tu as tort. If I say a little faster, of course, tu as will be pronounced ta. T'as tort. You're wrong. You have wrong. Okay? Number 17. Il a raison. He's right. And in French, we say he has reason. Il a raison. No specific contraction on that one either. Number 18. Elle est jeune. No specific contraction on that one either. Elle est jeune. Jeune is part of those 10% of adjectives that already ends with an E, so it wouldn't change in the feminine. Elle est jeune. She's young. Number 19 was tu as peur. Again, we're going to do the contraction with tu as, dropping the U, pronouncing ta. T'as peur? Are you scared? T'as peur? You have fear? And finally, number 20, vous êtes français? Vous êtes français? No specific contraction here if I say it faster. Vous êtes français? Okay, I'm being polite, formal to one person, possibly talking to several people, making it plural. Vous êtes français? That's it for today. I hope you learned something. I'll see you in another exercise. Salut!